Hey guys, it's Stag here, and today I'm going to be showing you the FUT 18 tactics and the player instructions I've used this weekend to get into Elite. Now, in FUT Champions, obviously the gameplay is very different from Seasons, so normally when I'm playing in Seasons, I can go 10 games undefeated over and over and over, like I can win the Div 1 every single time, but when you go into that FUT Champions, the gameplay does feel different, and you can sometimes end up struggling against your opponents. So this is the team that I'm running with at the moment. So when you choose the players that you want, for instance, with me I've got Ronaldo, Bale, I've got Modric in striker, Heung-min Son in midfield. I'm going to be changing formation. So I'll show you what the team is when I'm actually in the game. Obviously I'm going to change to the 4-1-2-1-2. Now you can see other YouTubers videos. I mean, there's some pros that like the 4-2-3-1. I think AA9 Skills likes that one. But for me, it just does not work. I can never gain the attacking options. I've never got players making a run. So for me personally, the 4-1-2-1-2, I can attack with it, and most importantly, I can defend with it. It actually feels like a strong defense when I'm using that one. Now, as you can see here, Baby Rio Ferdinand, the best defender card I've used on this game. I've tried quite a few icons in centre back. I've tried Sergio Ramos, all the others. This card is by far the best for me so far. In midfield, you see I've also got that Rui Costa. One of the best midfielders I've used in the game, again, and I mean I've got Bakayoko. I've had Kante, Bakayoko's better. So to me, so far this is the strongest version I've got. I've got Modric in the team because he's untradeable. I literally got him in the first week of the game. But as you're saying, I'll swap them round. Modric will drop into that centre mid, and Heung-min Son will go into forward. And then when I'm maybe 20-30 minutes in the game, I'll switch to this formation. So once I'm in here, as you'll see, Heung-min Son goes up front. I'll put Ronaldo there. Gareth Bale goes into that midfield spot. We'll go Heung-min Son in striker, Modric on the left, and Rui Costa swaps with Bakayoko on the right. But honestly, don't be afraid to just leave him there, because when he plays that centre mid, for some reason, he falls into that CDM role. But this guy right here is who I want to talk about. This guy has helped me massively. If I am ever losing a game or I am in need of goals, I chuck on this inform Lingard. He is a broken card right now. Hopefully nothing ever changes with him, because his dribbling and long shots are amazing. And to me, he's the perfect cam at the moment. So I will basically chuck him on and constantly just give the ball to him. And when he's on the ball, Heung-min Son doesn't tend to make the runs, but Ronaldo ends up pushing wide. Lingard will push up into the middle, and I mean, for me, he's got an awesome goals and assists games to ratio. Like, he's always playing, and I'm only subbing him on in like the 70th minute. So when it comes to the player instructions that I run when I'm using this formation, which is normally the first half of the game, obviously I'll go Bakayoko to stay back while attacking. The other two centre mids I don't touch. The left back, right back, stay back while attacking. And then the three forwards, and this one to me is really important. The left forward, right forward have to be getting behind and press the back line. The striker is a bit more up to you, but I mean, I'm using a pacey striker that's, on this game, he don't feel that good in the air, so for me he's also getting behind, but you can have him as a target man as well. And then we'll go on to the custom tactics with this squad. Obviously build up play 75, 65 and then organised. Chance creation 70, 60, 60 and free form. And then in the defence I've got 35, 35, 55 and then cover. I don't want my team doing the offside trap because I just concede goals to through balls. I don't want them pushing up. I don't want their aggression high, because they're going to be lunging into tackles and pressing on the opponents, making massive gaps in my defence. And defending on this game is a big one for me. I do concede a lot of goals, so this is the setup I'm using to try and help myself get better, and hopefully I can consistently hit Elite 1 now that I've found my setup for this FIFA. Now, I said I changed the formation once I'm actually in the game, and that happens normally when either I score or my opponent scores. I won't change it before. It will stay 0-0 to the end of the game if it has to. But once a goal goes in, that's when I change my formation. And all I do with the player instructions is the left back, right back, stay back while attacking, and also my CDM or Bakayoko, wherever he is, stay back while attacking. Everyone else I leave completely normal. Now, with the players that actually helped me so much during this, obviously Heung-min Son and Ronaldo, the two together were lethal. One of the best partnerships I've used on the FIFA. The only problem, in my opinion, with the two is that Ronaldo cannot pass. And it is a problem because I'm not being able to give Heung-min Son as many goals as he should be. He's probably only getting a goal, maybe just less than a goal per game. But Ronaldo is scoring 2-3 goals a game. He is easily one of the best players I've ever used. I know he's one of the highest rated cards in the game. If you take out the icons and the informs, he is the current highest player, just the normal goals. He's worth the money if you've got it to spend on him. But honestly, there are other players you could get to replace it. But for me, he only works well if you have a good cam and a decent striker next to him. But that striker has to be someone that can pass. If you've got someone next to him that's just as good as shooting, like, I mean, I've tried him next to Messi, he works perfectly, but Messi doesn't score a lot of goals. He's always assisting for Ronaldo, and that's the type of player you need next to him. If you have another player that likes to score a lot of goals, like one of the worst partnerships I had was Gareth Bale next to him, but since I've put Gareth Bale into the cam and Heung-min Son forward, all three of them are actually playing well for me, and it's the best team I've had so far on this FIFA and even the last FIFA. Before I actually had this team, I was pushing for gold 2, gold 1 finishes. I just could not get the wins with my other teams. I was constantly losing because I'd have 8 shots on target and not score, and then my opponent would have 1 shot, 2 shots and score a goal and beat me, when he's got Begovic in goal and I've got De Gea or whatever. I always tend to beat the stronger looking teams, the team full of icons. I tend to always beat them, and the teams that beat me are just scrandy gold teams that shouldn't even be in FUT Champions. But that's just the way that the FUT Champions plays at the moment. If you do have the money, 100% you have to try Heung-min Son, whether you're subbing him on or off. Lingard is another one. I think he cost me about 40k. His price shot up to about 60. I'm not sure what he's on at the moment. He is 100% worth it. I wouldn't start him. He doesn't feel well for me when I start, but he feels amazing when you're subbing him on in like the 60th minute onwards, because the opponent team seems to be tired and like really straining, and he just feels like a god when he's on the ball. That's why I will literally sub off Gareth Bale, who plays well at the end of the game, but not as good as Lingard, because he's guaranteed to come on and score a goal and possibly even get an assist for me. I mean, his ratio is that good. I think in FUT Champions he had 17 games. He'd scored 16 goals and got 26 assists. He was only playing the last 20 minutes. Another player I've got on the bench, you'll see the 84 Lozano. I had his 82. It was really bad for me. I never enjoyed using it. Stopped subbing it on. Then his 84 came out. Everyone was raving about it, so I bought him, give him a try. Again, for me, he's just not a good player. He's weak. He doesn't feel like very agile on the ball. He feels turning slow, and so for me, I'm getting rid of him. But the player that I would use in that situation, I will be getting back, is Alessandrini, as he's still up there as one of the best players. Like, I've got Gareth Bale in this squad, but honestly, if you can't afford Gareth Bale, Alessandrini is the perfect substitute for him. His stats are, if not better, and he just feels like he's got a stronger weak foot, better on the ball, he's got better positioning, and for me, he feels like he helps me out more towards the end of the game. But by far, a defender that, if I do sell this team and move on, I do really want to try the Henry, so I might move onto a new team soon, because I am getting a little bit bored of this. I've had it for about 6 weeks now, this team, and I've only just tweaked it to this. But I am getting a bit bored of Ronaldo and Heung-min Son, so I might try something new, maybe with some icons with Henry. But if I do change, one player who I will miss if I do get rid of him will be Rio Ferdinand. Easily one of the best defenders I've ever had on any FIFA. I know I've only got the baby one, but he's always in the right position. He's fast, he's strong, he wins almost every header, and more importantly, he actually scores goals from corners. He wins the headers from corners, and he's one of the only defenders that consistently does that for me. When I just had like Boateng and Bailly and stuff like that before, if I had a corner, I'd play the short ball tactic and just pass it into the box, because I never win the headers. Even Ronaldo will not win headers from corners. But now that I've got Rio Ferdinand, if he's the centre back that stood around the penalty spot, I cross it to him almost every time, and he will win the header. He doesn't always score it, but one of my favourite tactics to do is actually just head it to the back post. And he gets an assist, and he's got a crazy amount of assists for a centre-back. I've never had a centre-back with stats as good as his. But that's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and make sure if you did enjoy it, please hit that thumbs up button, and also make sure you subscribe. I will be posting more videos soon. But for now, I'm out.